All right, microphone on. Okay, so recap for uh, Thursday, Thursday 23rd. I'm starting from top-down analysis standpoint because I know that's what Kev's mentioned to me, and I'm going to start doing that from now on, from the 1 hour down to the 1 minute, um, or have 1 hour 30. It's 15, 5, 3, 2, 1. So I'm gonna delete my markings for the day and just go in blind from this standpoint, from the 1 hour down, and see how it would maybe my results would have been different if I stuck this higher time frame. So remove drawings. Let's see, where's 9:30? I'll go back. I think, how do I get a replay again? Boom. I think that was wrong. Hold up. What just happened? All right, there we go. It's tweaking out of me. Okay, replay. We'll go to continue your last replay, start new. That's what it was. We'll go to 9 for open. Was it around 8? Was it 8:30? I think it was like around here. Okay, so from top-down analysis from the 1 hour standpoint, we have obviously this swing low. This is in hindsight, so the swing low, which we're heading towards right now, it could be a potential manipulation. We have also this swing low down here. And then this is pretty far out of the range, but all these, if I'm looking closer into the range, these two are relevant. And then we have swing high here, which could be a target for manipulation to the downside to these two. Anything else? On this leg, we have also this swing high here. And as price moves, I will mark what is available just so I don't have a ton of lines on my stream for liquidity purposes. So now the 30-minute, same liquidity pools. This is still valid. It's just more down. Same here. Now we have an extra pool here, which these are just relative equal highs. So I don't have to pay too much attention to that. And there's also a pool here. I'm not going to mark every one, just the more relevant ones. So yeah, and then pulls up here, 15 minutes. Just these major pools here. And then 5. Yeah, I like this. So yeah, this makes more sense to me. Going down from 1, instead of just starting on the 1 minute and kind of pattern trading the time setups, going down from a top-down analysis, even if I just sit on the 1 hour and wait, like you said, like wait for a pull to be manipulated, and then go down to the 1 or whatever to look for time on that manipulation or a level. So 5. And we have some smaller stuff down here. I don't know what would be too relevant. I think this pool is going to be the most relevant also because it's hindsight. I know we did manipulate this pool. And then go down to the 1 or the 3, 2, 1. Okay, sweet. So yeah, there's as the 1 minute is, there's a lot of noise and a lot of pools. Like we have, it would take me forever just to mark out all of them. Like pull, 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 swing high, swing high, swing high, swing low, swing low. There's so many that top-down analysis is a lot more useful, and I see it, how useful this can be for just marking out the relevant pools instead of looking for every single freaking pool and on the 1 minute. This can only for 1 minute's only for entries, and then we use these higher time frames for narrative and looking for trades. Okay, so we go into, oh, we're not even, is market open here? I think it manipulated before market open. 9:30. Here. So we actually have a lot of time before market open. We have the initial manipulation time, which could be entry here. We have a smaller pool, the enter off of the back. We just have this manipulation. I just want to see if we have something cleaner. Off this, that's like tiny. This pool right here. This is, yeah, it could be just the relevant pool here because we already had time. But I just want to see if we sweep something else. The initial sweep, We had a resweep. There we go. So there's the clean entry right there. This is what Kev took. And I know he tried to get in again over here. Once you have that another leg down. So entry, obviously under for buys. We want to get under the liquidity pool. So it would be something like this. Closer to the actual leg of the pool. And play that out. That was clean as heck. Holy crap. Man, that sucks. I was sleeping during this time. Because I would have tried taking that bad boy. See, I ran up. Manipulation here. And we expand. We have another manipulation. I think there was a 81 level around this area. Let me see on my bad boy here. Towards, because I know Kev have a limit. Oh, there it is. Kev had a limit set here. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was this level down here by the 81, which we had. We had a 1 minute pool, which could have been manipulated, but also we had this level and this level here of this 81 range if it's price. All right, so we keep and then we continue. And I don't get on. I get on around this point. Gosh, I got on kind of late this morning. I think around this point more towards 9:20 area. For the first macro, 9:32, nothing taken on that. It was really indecisive, and yeah, nothing was clear. Just smaller time frame. So yeah, we're heading up to these highs. I think let's see, is this my? This might have been my first initial trade here. Yeah, I think it was. So we had a sweep here, and this sweep here, I shorted this range. Where's the short tool? Above the sweep. So I was something like this. Initial pull. I don't know if we had an SMT. I think I was looking if we did have an SMT, but we didn't. We just swooped this high. Thought I would get a reaction off this, but obviously stopped out because it's a very, very strong trend today, which makes sense because we manipulate down here and we're obviously going for buy side. So that was, in hindsight, not the best time to trade, but I followed my entry rules, time, and then, you know, entered above the sweep. I just didn't have a larger perspective on this, and I was just going for shorts because that's all that was presented on this leg. Like once we started running up, down here we had longs, obviously. Once we started running up, we only had short opportunities like here because we swept high. Here, I took a trade here too. This is my last trade of the day. I also saw the high of a range. I think, was it this 81 high? It might have been this 81 high. Yeah, it was this liquidity pool. So this is a 50-minute. That's okay. That's what I need to do. I'm going to mark out the liquidity pools and put labels on them. So I'm going to do that after I finish filming this recording so I can know specific liquidity pools. So I'll be like, 1 hour, 30 minutes, just so I know what pools are being manipulated and which ones have a stronger liquidity involved. Okay, so this one was the high here. Stop above this pool with some room. I think it was around this, above the swing high. Took this short and bang, stopped out again. I actually did. I almost went break even on this. We had this initial move down, and it didn't give me much. It was like up a couple ticks. I don't know how much it was again, but it didn't give me much, so I didn't want to break even until we at least got down into these fair value gaps. So I let the trade go, run, stop me out, and it is what it is. 2R loss on the day, and after that, I did end up walking away at this point. So we just had huge expansive upside. All these soups I was pretty much souping the expansion leg. Down here was manipulation, obviously. But this expansion leg, I was shorting the expansion leg without clear. It wasn't showing clear direction to the downside either. So it was kind of a shot in the dark per se with these. And then what else do we do? I was off at this point, but I do want to see price action. We had a soup here. Nothing. We hit this range low. Take these off. We just use a larger range. 81 was good at the bottom. Let's see what the 243 if it fits anything. was this? Yeah, we hit the high of the 243 extension, which is causing us to turn down. And do we have any other relevance? Go back to the 1 hour. Yeah, it's just expansion candle. We're probably going to go for these relative equal highs during Friday, because we're just expanding like crazy right now. This is all-time high. Dang, we're close. Okay, so pools. If I go top-down analysis again, like act like I'm taking another trade. Pools, 15-minute, nothing presented. Oh, we have this. If I'm looking for shorts, which I'm not sure if I want to short this very bullish expansion leg, but as a soup trader, we do short without confirmation. So you have to take it without confirmation, just time. And then there's also those highs. So these could be some levels like look for shorts. And then we do have this. Yeah, I guess that's a swing low. It's a very tight one. Swing low here for long opportunities. And what do? We expand up, take out, we edge it. Oh, we're gonna take out this pool. Okay, we take out this pool. There's probably a lower time frame soup entry on this. No time. Nope. And this one, yes. This was let's see what pool this is. Nah, it's only a 1 minute pool. So not a very strong pool, but it is a pool for a continuation trade here. Soup that, expand up. If you enter this under the low, if your stop's really tight, you probably could have got stopped on that. But if you had more breathing room, maybe below this swing low, excuse me, then obviously you'd be fine. But that is a freaking huge stop, and I don't really want something like that. So this could have been a potential stop out or break even, but this was a good continuation move if you're trading during the 10 towards PM time. Nothing here. Here we do swing this high, which causes a little move to the downside, but nothing until we sweep this. So we sweep this with time, and to expand down from here, we do. Nice. Okay, so this was with time. This was a higher time frame, 15-minute pool. This is making so much sense. Looking for the higher time frame pools and relying on them instead of all the low time frame crap. Because realistically, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for higher time frame analysis down to lower time frame. Because I can't treat, even when I, initially was trading with the 15-second, I was treating it as that's all I looked at, the 15-second soups, 15-second soups. Now it's 1 minute soups, 1 minute soups. I have to go down, even later when I feel more comfortable incorporating it, go down from, 1 hour, 30 min, 15 min. I have this written down in my trading system. 15 min, 5 min, 3 and the 2 you can use also, like Kev mentioned, the 1 min. And then later, once I feel more comfortable, 15 sec, which could be for, tighter entries. Tight entries. I cannot spell, holy crap. Entries. So yeah, this is the framework. Obviously right now I'm just working with this framework, which that's all I need. I don't need the 15-second. But yeah, this is the framework for top-down analysis, and I have that in my system. And going to implement that tomorrow for sure. So, okay, where are we at again? I'm just going to review price. Kind of helps me see what potentials. Okay, so we had the soup, 15-minute soup. Trade could have been up here, the top of this candle, above the soup. So anything above this level in time would be good, but not below, obviously. Anything above. Just learned my lesson there. So that was good. Good little trade there. Ooh, we hit this kind of nice. I don't think no time. I'm not looking at SMTs right now, so I'm just looking at NQ. Just gonna take this off so I can focus on NQ. That's a 1 minute swing low soup, which just not at this point. We're just consolidating higher into the range. We're not getting great stuff. Yeah, that was a 1 minute continuation. Okay, we see the high again. Get a little move to the downside. Okay, so this is just, you're just playing consolidation here. So this is towards the lunch hour. We're just playing consolidation, like playing swing high, swing lows. But it's cool to go and review it because I did not see this today. Nothing there. We have time here. Time. Yeah, until we hit another higher time frame level that would interest me, that none of this looks good. We just we did soup that. Okay, there's another. That might be a higher time frame soup. Nope. 3. That is a 3-minute soup. So that I feel more comfortable taking a trade like this if we're taking this 3-minute continuation, and then obviously taking going down to 1 minute and taking that level up for nice profit there. And I'm not gonna look at price past this point because we're getting into PM and it's not great. So that was replay. So yeah, that is all I looked at today. And I did leave early. I was only on the chart for like, I want to say 30 minutes, and took those 2 shorts. Obviously got stopped smashed on them because price was running up from this manipulation earlier today. And if I would have kept my eye on the higher time frame, then I would have known. Obviously, we soup span on the higher time frame, which is a very strong soup, especially if it's a 1 hour. This range is freaking cooked. How's this? This one's something that fits this. I don't know, probably something larger would fit the whole thing, but yeah, kind of gives us the gist of it. And then once we get to this higher time frame, pull here, then we can expect different types of trades. So we pretty much long pull to pull. Easy targets was here for this soup. Then we go to this higher time frame pull. So yeah, that was my day. And after watching the video, I realized what I did wrong in staying on the 1 minute for so long. Whereas I should go for top-down analysis, and that makes so much sense. And I honestly, even waiting, like Kev mentioned, just waiting on the top higher time frames. Like if I just wait for soup, these higher time frames, and mark out my pools, then it allows me to have more patience involved. Where I'm like, hey, I can mark out my liquidity pools and have my go back range, and then just go about my day. And I can come check my phone, check the computer, and if I do get levels souped, obviously like today's example, what was Thursday? We had a displacement to the downside on Thursday. Ooh, this was early. So like, yeah, just looking for soups, levels souped. Then I could expand and go in more depth and look for entries. Or when price is approaching level. So dang, what the frick is going on with my washing machine, yo? But yeah, that's it for today, guys. And get on tomorrow and discuss Friday's price action with CPI. All right.